Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Fatihah. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Allahumma shalli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma iftah 'alaina bi futuhil 'arifin. وفقهنا في الدين وعلمنا تأويل وهدنا إلى سواء السبيل اللهم ارزقنا يا ربي فهم النبي حفظ المرسلين وإلهام الملائكة المقربين بعافيته يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم زدنا علما نافعا عملا صالحا وقلبا خاشعا ورزقا حلالا طيبا واسعا يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم أغننا بالعلم وزينا بالحلم وأكرمنا بالتقوى جملنا بالعافية حققنا بالاستقامة يا أرحم الراحمين صلى الله عليه وسلم محمد وآله وصحبه الحمد لله رب العالمين بسم الله.
والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. قال المؤلف الإمام أحمد بن سينا في كتاب رسالة الجامعة والتذكرة النافعة ونفعنا الله بعلومه في الدارين آمين رضي الله عنكم أما بعد. Page 21. Page 21. If one is in a state of janaba because of sexual intercourse or the emission of sexual fluid, there is money during sleep or otherwise, it is necessary to wash the whole body with the intention of removing janaba.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawala wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Lillahi anta maqsudi wa Allahu mu'minati muhabbataka wa ibadatan. Here we are at the topic of janaba. When we talk about janaba, is about major impurity. So hadath, when we talk about impurity, there are two types of impurity. Minor impurity, number two, major impurity. Minor impurity, these are the things that makes the wudu nullified. So when you have minor impurity, the only way for you to lift up that minor impurity is by making wudu. And major impurity, the way to lift up that major impurity is by doing the major bath. Yani ghuslul janaba. So there are factors that a person will be in the state of major impurity. This is what you call it, gathering of knowledge. So we shouldn't be shy to share this, and so that everyone will learn and will know, so that we will not make mistakes in it. Understand? There are many people make mistake in this, and in the end, what happen if they do not wash properly, or do not do the major bathing properly, or for example, they do not know that this thing is you are in major impurity and you need to lift it up, then your wudu, your prayer, your ibadah all will not be valid. So the first one, we have talked about last month. We have talked about three shed between man and woman. Am I right? Three shed, man and woman. And then there are three whereby it is khusus for ladies. Am I right? Last month, dekat mana? Last month dekat mana? In US, eh? I also cannot remember it. There are too many places. Huh? Yang ada teacher. Yeah, yes. So what do you call it? Three shared with men and women. Number three, three of it are especially for ladies. Especially for ladies will be menses, postnatal bleeding, and giving birth. Am I right? The one that man and woman also occurred inside in them would be the first one, who we call ilajul hashafa fil farj. I'm sorry, I share this. Ilajul hashafa, that means there's the insertion of the male genitals, male organs, male genital to the farj. That means to the lady's genital. to the lady's rahim. To the lady's rahim. Whether it enters the whole thing, the whole what do you call it? What do you call it? The whole, what is a very lembut word? Huh? The whole zakar? Huh? Or part of it? Or part of it. So whether the whole thing or part of it? Part of it. Part of it means at least the insertion must be until up to the first part of the zakat. I'm sorry, minta maaf. You have to know this also. The first part of the zakat, the helmet. I don't know what word I want to use. The first part of the zakat. If let's say, I'm sorry again, if let's say the person punya zakat has been cut off. Okay? Dia pergi sunat 2 kali. Wajib 1 kali, sunat 2 kali. Then left half. Understand? Then that half enters into the rahim of a lady. Even though there's no helmet. There's no helmet. Then it is wajib for the guy to do the major bathing also. Wajib for the guy to do the major bathing. So as long as there's an insertion, whether there's a discharge of semen or not. Even though there's no discharge of semen, it is wajib to do the major bathing. Whether it is halal or not. For example, if they are married, halal, then it is wajib to do the major bathing. If not, wal'iyadhu billah, may Allah protect all of us from zina, it is still wajib for them to do the major bathing. It is wajib for them to do the major bathing. Can you understand this? Whether intentionally or unintentionally, or whether been forced or not, for example, even though in a state of sleeping, either from the man or from the woman. For example, the lady is sleeping and the man or the husband comes to the wife. Or for example, the wife is away, the husband is sleeping. Then there's insertion of the dhakar to the rahim of the wife. Both of them, it is still wajib for them to do the major bathing. Even though one of them are sleeping. Even though one of them are sleeping. When you say rahim, farj, that means the genitals of a lady. The scholar, they say that whether it is lady or even animal, now even animal. Of course, animal is more haram, of course. One of the European countries, I'm sorry to share this, they have a prostitution whereby it is zina with the animals. La ilaha illallah. They go to that extent, Zina is really haram. It's already a very dirty thing to do, but they go to the extent of you can choose an animal to make zina. There was a story of this man. He was, what do you call it? He was a ahlul ibadah. He likes to do ibadah, but he's without knowledge. He doesn't have knowledge. So therefore, he was known to the people about his ibadat. Then people start to visit him because they thought that he's a holy man. Then after that, there was this one alim. When you say alim, is the one who has knowledge and practices knowledge. He has knowledge and practices knowledge. He heard of this man, and after that, he wanted to visit the man. So when he visited the man, he came to the house, and after that, he saw this guy, this orang soleh. He has a donkey in his house. So he asked, "Why do you keep a donkey?" He said, "Oh, alim, this zaman, there's a lot of people doing zina here and there. So therefore, I keep the donkey to protect my private parts. So if I feel I need to, consummate, I will consummate with the donkey." Then alim say, "Hey, you are the biggest donkey." Wudhu. It is haram to do that. It is more haram to do that. You see how a person doing ibadah without knowledge. He can do maksiat to Allah Azza wa Jalla without knowing it. So it is so important for us to learn, especially in fiqh. This lesson and lessons, the ongoing lesson, we should always study. Understand? Study and not miss any lessons. So it means that if a person makes zina, na'udzubillah min zalik, with an animal also, it is wajib for them to do the major bathing also. Wajib to do the major bathing. Now, understand? But if animal and animal consummate, do they need to do the major bathing? No need lah. Your cat, male and female, then after that, you mandi kat atas susah. Nawaitu rafal hadasil akbar lillahi ta'ala. So it's only for humans. Human being. What if human and jinn? What is human and jinn? There are stories also whereby there are jinn also. They do consummate with humans also. Then it is wajib also to do to do the major bathing also. May Allah protect us from this. Whether from the front private parts or from the back private parts, so it is wajib. Even though the back private part haram is a big sin, even though to the wife also. Even the wife is halal, but from the back private part it is haram, totally haram, not allowed. Understand? But if this happen, then it is wajib to do the major bathing also. It is wajib to do a major bathing. Even though, what do you call it? Na'udzubillah min dhalik, gay partners also wajib to do major bathing. The sinful act is one thing. Of course, it is la'nat. It is being cursed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One of my shaykh, my teachers said that anyone who does that, anyone who does an act of sodomy, man and man or woman and woman, if they do the act for 3 times, it is almost the door of tawbah is closed to them. It is like no more tawbah for them. Because the sinful act is so heavy that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala closed their heart and they are unable to make tawbah. But of course, everything under the power of Allah Azza wa Jal. If Allah give them hidayah, they will make tawbah to Allah Azza wa Jal. But the heavier the sinful act is, the more difficult for the person to return back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So beware of it. Beware of that. So in these cases all, it is wajib for the person to do the major bathing. Whether the person is alive, what happens if the person is dead? For example, one person psycho saw a lady who is dead, and after that he consummated that lady who is dead. Must he do the major bathing? Is it wajib for him to do the major bathing? Wajib or not? Anyone? Yes, it is still wajib. But what about the corpse? Does the corpse need to do the major bathing? What do you think? Question. Now the question starts. No. Why?
Typical conditions for the brother is like Muslim, sane, etc. So it's alive also.
Alive also.
Yeah.
So dead no need. Okay, go try. Anyone else? For you? You need for the dead to do the major bathing. Because
That time got this
from where you heard first?
the story or this guy, he felt that basically there was a janazah and then he felt attracted to it. So he actually did zina with the thing. Then after that, he came back to life. Then after that,
Who came back to life?
the janazah.
The jenazah came back to life.
Yeah. Because
Ini cerita betul ke cerita Tamil?
I'm not sure, but I heard before the story. Then after that, macam need to mandikan balik ya.
Mandikan balik. Ini cerita betul ke cerita bilik ni? I never heard of this story also. So after the guy consummate with the lady who is dead, the lady alive.
Yeah, macam.
Hidup balik.
Like you went to macam say that like how could you do this to me?
How could you do this to me then? After that, dia mati balik.
Then I think he macam he felt that the sense of he went to one of the awliya that time to macam to talk about it, macam like to tell what he did. Then after
Who the lady?
No,
The man.
Yeah, the man. Then
the man goes to one of the highest servants of Allah and again,
and it was, I think, was one of the Imam Malik. I know it was one of the 4 scholars.
Then Imam Malik.
Yeah.
Okay, then
After that, I forgot how the story goes, but after that, then he made taubat and basically that's how Imam Malik became popular because of that.
okay. I will tell you the story of Imam Malik. The story that you heard from Imam Malik is from Mars or Jupiter. The correct story of Imam Malik, rahimahullah ta'ala, was that there was this lady who passed away. That one correct. The lady passed away, that one correct. Okay. Then the one who washed the corpse, while she was washing the janazah, she said that this farj, this rahim of the lady, she is somebody who likes to make zina when she was alive. She said that. That is called in Islam called qadhaf. Qadhaf means you tuduh orang zina, haram. That means you tuduh what you accuse someone of zina. When you accuse of someone zina, the punishment is 80 times caning. So beware of your tongue. Because when you want to accuse someone, that means there must be four witnessing the act itself. Witnessing the act itself. Even though if you saw someone going to the, for example, hotel ke apa, but you don't see anything, you cannot accuse. Haram. It might be nothing happened also. It might be nothing happened. But if let's say four people saw it, when they are doing it, then yes. Then, for example, if they are in a Muslim country, if they are not married, they will be caned 100 times. If they are married, they will be stoned to death. But they need strong evidence, which is about 4 people who witness it. 4 people witness it. There are other conditions. Okay. So your story, when she said that, while she was washing the rahim of the lady, of course, she was washing the rahim lady, she couldn't lift up her hand. Stuck. So people was shocked. What are we going to do of this? Understand? What are we going to do of this? So therefore, they decide to consult the scholars. When they consulted the scholars, there are 2 opinions. One opinion is to cut the hand of the lady. Then the second opinion is to cut the rahim of the lady. Each of these opinion, there are those who disagree with it. They feel it very unfair. Either one. Very unfair. How can you just cut the hand of the lady just because she said like that, for example? She will lose her hand all her life. And it is also haram to cut the rahim of the lady who is dead, of course. So therefore, they went to Imam Malik, which you get the name of the Imam correct. But the story is a different story. Then after that, Imam Malik said that this lady had done qadhaf. She had accused someone of zina, so cane her hand 80 times. So therefore, they cane her. After 80 times of caning, she is able to lift up her hand. Then from that day onwards, the people said that we will not give fatwa, or we will not do anything except we will consult Imam Malik. Rahimahullah. No. Not the janazah wake up back. Okay. It's so good. Bagus. You dengar kat mana ni? Dengar kat mana?
That's like I forget the
Oh, you forget the story also. Okay.
along those lines.
Along those lines. Oh, insyaAllah, along those lines. Ila out of the line pun. Dapat along lagi. Okay. Faham tu? Understand the story? So where was I just? Wajib or not for the jenazah to do the major bathing? What do you all think? How the jenazah want to shower yourself? Now, of course, when you say the jenazah have to do the major bathing, is someone who is alive have to do it for her, of course. The answer is Imran, what do you think? Yes, kena buat. Anyone else? Dini, what do you think? Dini? Yes or no? Yes. Anyone say no? Or anyone say yes and no? Wait, what do you think? Yes, correct. If before that, the washing of the shraq has been done. Because washing of the janazah is wajib already. Am I right? The washing of the janazah has been done. Has been done. Then after that, the zina took place. There's no need to rewash it. Not wajib. But if it is not been done, then of course definitely have to. Understand? La ilaha illallah. So when I was so this is the first one. No. So therefore, for the lady, also it is wajib for the man, and also for the lady also to do the major bathing. Anything that goes inside the rahim, that means any zakar that goes inside. Even though now the zakar of an animal also. Even though, for example, the one who is dead man, guy, the man, when zakar goes inside the faraj of the lady. Who is alive? Who is alive? So the lady who is alive, wajib for her to do the major bathing. Right? Someone asked me, I think you asked me last month. Am I right? If let's say using like toy or what, they're not wajib to do the major bathing. But if there's a discharge of money, semen, then wajib to do the major bathing. But what's the hukum of doing it, of using the toy? Haram. The hukum is haram, of course. Even between husband and wife. Husband and wife? I don't understand. Between husband and wife, how? Husband and wife use that thing among themselves. Balul tu nama dia. No, it's not haram. No haram. No haram. But between husband and wife. Between husband and wife, there's no haram except that coming from the dubur. Haram. Then jauh kurang fikir. Okay. Now the next one. The next one is khurujul mani. Next one is discharge of semen. Discharge of semen. Whether it comes from man or woman, discharge of semen. We have talked about it already, kan? Discharge of semen, it must be from his own semen. Not from, that means, I'll give you an example. For example, if it comes from another person's semen, then not wajib for him to do the major bathing. How? How is it? Like, for example, he took another person's semen and go and pour inside his zakar. Then after that, it goes out. It is discharged. That means it is from another person. Then it is not wajib for him to do the major bathing. But what happened? It will nullify the wudhu. Because anything that comes out from the front and the back genitals will nullify the wudhu. Yeah? How about it? I seldom go to detail like this, but I think you all are uni students, you know. Just open up a bit. Is it okay? Okay, right? Other than just learning discharge of semen, that's all. You know. So it must be from himself. Whether in a awakening state or whether in a state of sleeping. Understand? Sleeping. For man and woman. Zakar bimani qabla Okay, so far so good. Any question? What if let's say he feels that the semen is going to discharge. When the semen is about to discharge, he hold it. Dia tarik brake, handbrake. Then the semen doesn't come out. Does he need to do the major breathing? It's about to come out. Dia tarik brake. What happened now? Does you need to do the major breathing or not? No need, because there's no discharge. Even though he feels that it is coming out. Even though he feels it's coming out, but it doesn't come out. Understand? That one is apa? That one no need to do the major breathing. What is the hukum of call it to mention istimna? Then using your hand forcefully for the what do you call it? Forcefully to discharge semen. Masturbation. What is the hukum of it? Haram. Hukum of it haram. Understand? There's a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Anyone who does this act of this masturbation, he will come in the day of judgment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make his dhakar as big as a mountain. And he will walk like that. Just imagine he walk. So it's a sinful act. So beware of it. It is not allowed. And from this masturbation, Imam al-Haddad, he mentioned about the calamities that will befall upon the person if he starts to do it. If he starts to do it. If he likes to do it, starts to do it, calamities will befall on him. A lot of bala and musibah will befall. That means he will not feel calm. He's a difficulty in having khushu in his salat, difficulty in waking up at night, difficulty in understanding knowledge, and so on and so forth. This is musibah, bala. So beware of it. Understand, beware of it. But if a person, for example, the teenager, for example, he has wet dream, that one is beyond his control. Because in the dream, there's wet dream. It's beyond his control, and that is not a sinful act. Understand? It is not a sinful act. Because it's not in his control. So he wake up and he does his major bathing. But if he does masturbation, then it is a sinful act. Understand? It is a sinful act. But yes or no? Understand? Whether man or woman. Whether man or woman. So how do you control this? How do you control this? The way to control this, the main thing to control this is to control your eyes. That's all. Finished. Full stop. As long as you control your eyes, you will be able to control your heart, and you are able to control your private parts. That's all. If you don't control here, you cannot control here, you cannot control here. Because from here, goes to here, goes to here. If you don't look, you will not think. If you not think, the desire will not move inside you. The more you look, the more images you create in your heart. And when it gets to you, and you are unable to control it, then done. Then you start think. You start to look here, start to look there, start to look your phone, your laptop, and so on and so forth. Then comes all this masturbation and zina and all that. But if you cut it off from the level 1, then you will not go to level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. That's all. Simple. This is the medicine for this. Anyone who takes this, whatever we said, you will be saved. I am to understand. You have to put this inside your heart, inside your mind. Inside your mind. Because a lot of people they what do you call it? They yatalamah. I mean they soiled themselves with this maksiyat. And it is very difficult for them to control it in the end. Men and women both. Last time when I was studying in Hadramaut, for 3.5 years, I even forget how women look like. Because we don't see anyone at all. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. When I go back from there, when the stewardess came to me, I was like, seriously, I do like this, I think she also macam shocked. Ini mama betul gila ke tak betul? You know, they will come to you, you know, you want coffee or tea, what do you want? And I drink it. But I think if you all, betul tak? Betul. Kalau you bukan apa sikit, bukan zoga sikit, you jangan apa sikit. Allah. So in Hadramaut is the training ground. When you are in Singapore, is the battleground. Is the battleground. Ala kulli hal. But if you are used to read Kabul and sebagainya, inshallah it doesn't go to your heart, inshallah. Listen, that's why you have to guard yourself with dhikr to Allah Azza wa Jalla, so that the image will not go to your heart. If it doesn't have any protection, then you know everything goes inside you. Then he will spoil you. Huh? There are too many images out there that spoil the hearts of the believers, especially the youngsters. They spoil their iman and taqwa to Allah. When I was there was one time, alhamdulillah, I studied with one of my teachers, Al-Habib Abdullah bin Shihab, one of the great saints, great awliya Allah. He's a great saint, wali Allah. Wali min awliya Allah. So every Wednesday and Saturday, I will go to his house and read this book, Risal al-Jami, and Bidayatul Hidayah. Read this book, Barakah. So he was someone, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him this unveiled. He sees what we don't see. He sees what we don't see. So sometimes he shared with me that he said, you know, sometimes when I walk, I see people who doesn't do the major bathing properly. You can see. You can see the unseen. Because he's so clean and, you know, Allah open up for him. Some people even don't wash. You know, sometimes when the people do the major bathing, they don't even wash this part of the year. This is wajib. This part of the year, this part of the year, there's a story. In Nailu Raja, there was this one man who washed the janazah of a wali Allah. He forgot to wash it. He woke up and he said, "You haven't washed it." And he died. Yes, that's a story. Now, in the books. Now, that the janazah woke up and never told him to wash. So, for us as a student now, we hear him. Of course, when he said that, he doesn't say it in public, of course, because he can create fitna. You know, these are knowledges that you don't get from books. The knowledge of the hearts that Allah opened up for them, the sins of Allah. So that was one night after my lesson, after my class, I was resting. Then my friend, I think about your distance, or Izzat. So people know who are you. Izzat. So he was using his phone. He was watching a movie. You know the old phone you know to do. So I was here. About this day, so I just saw he was watching cerita Melayu je. Cerita Melayu. Malay movie. So I saw from far, the image of a lady from the back, no, from the front, also the face, also I don't see. Back in the hair. Covering, she covered only the hair. Then I didn't think of anything, I slept. The next day, when I went to his house, he called me, come. Then after that, he did this to me. He looked at me. He said, "I saw traces of zina on your eyes." He said to me like that. I was shocked. And I remember, astaghfirullah. I forgot to istighfar to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I didn't ask for forgiveness from Allah. Then I saw something that is not permissible for me to see. Even though just a little bit like that. then there's 100% certainty this is a man of God. This is really a man of God. It's no joke. He really see it. La ilaha illallah. Where is this nothing? I do not know if he's alive today and he go and check each one of us. You know, maybe he poke his finger on your eyes. Not only traces, you know. Because they are clean, they are pure, inshallah. They are really pure. That's why what we call the man of God, whereby they put their nafs, they throw their nafs away, and they just walk in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at the zaman we are living today, astaghfirullah. It's just the opposite. Am I right? It's just the opposite. That's why you have to organize your time well. You have to fill up your time well. You know, fill up your time well, the nafs will fill you up. Shaitan will fill you up. Definitely 100%. That's why it's happening. Because a lot of people nowadays have to do many free time. That's why Shaitan came in. Come in and after that tell you to see this, to see that, to go here, to go there, and so on. And spoil your iman and make you, and make you na'udhu billah min dhalik, do things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made haram. Understand? Fahim tu? What is the time now? Sekarang pukul berapa? 8:25. Lagi berapa minutes? How many more minutes? Cameraman, how many more minutes? Eric. 9 minutes. Oh, until 9. Okay, until 9. Namanya? Huh? Okay, bye. Well, we finished it. I have another class after this actually. After Isha, I'm going to another class. But never mind, it's okay. Then tomorrow subuh also ada class juga. Inshallah. During sleep or necessary to wash the whole body with the intention of janabah. Now. Walam yaji wala islam. Yeah. Have I gone through the difference between mani, mazi, and wadi? Yes, huh? Okay, wallahu alam. So I stop here. We stop here. We go for the Q&A. You can ask anything you want. Bismillah. Any question? Hmm? 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 Both genders. The third one is menses, 2 postnatal bleeding. Number 3, death. Death. Both male and female. Now, it's death. No, wilada, not giving birth. Because men cannot give birth. Huh? Oh yeah, insertion discharge as well. Insertion discharge. Discharge of semen, man and woman. That means 3. Death is another thing. 3. No, you're right. Any question? Where's the Q&A? How do you use the Q&A?
You got question about what invalidates wudhu?
You got question about invalidates wudhu. Fadal, can.
Is it true eating camel meat invalidates your wudhu?
Eating camel meat, it doesn't invalidate the wudu, but it invalidates the wudu according to Hanafi madhab, not Shafi madhab. No, so we take the Shafi. Even another madhab, you can drink urine camel also. If you want, you can try. Any other question? Fadal, ask. Can. Tanya.
But not related. I remember last time one of the There you mentioned that the scholars read specific surahs for every day of the week. Is there like a guide that you can follow?
We can share with you the different surah and you can share. Yes, further. Can.
Which one would require?
Okay. And for men, there are 3 types of discharge. One is the money, semen. Semen is when the person has a shahwat. That means has desire, strong desire. And when there's discharge, the discharge will be, in Malay they call it panchot. What is panchot in English? Spitting. And then the smell, if it is wet, the smell is like tepung. What is tepung in English? Flour. And kering, when it is dry, it is like the smell of the egg, the yellow egg. And then the person who has this discharge of semen, he will feel tired after that. So these are the signs of how you want to know whether it is semen or not. Number 2, mazi. Mazi is the colorless. That one, if there's a shahwat, but it is not at full shahwat, then that one, there's no need for you to do the major bathing. But it is najis, you have to wash it. Yeah. Number 3, they call it wadi. Wadi is when a person carries macam heavy, pergi gym. Dia pergi gym, dia angkat berat-berat. Yeah. Then after that, the person is too tired. Then after that, there's a discharge of the color is like the chalky color. It's like money, the color. But it doesn't come with shahwat. It comes after urine or when the person is too tired. That is called wadi. And wadi also is not wajib for the person to do the major bathing. It is only, you have to wash it because it is najis.
The first one, so
all 3 nullifies the wudu. The first one doesn't nullify the wudu. The first one doesn't nullify the wudu, but requires major bathing. Because money is not najis. Semen is not najis. Because if semen is najis, then we are all najis. Yeah, that one exceptional. Yeah. Yeah. But of course, there's condition to it, of course. If let's say the La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah SAW, if the discharge of semen when he's sleeping, then nullifies the wudu because he's really asleep. If the discharge of semen using the hand, then it nullifies the wudu because the hand touches the private part. If the discharge of semen is with when they consummate the wife, then this nullify the wudu also because there's a skin to skin contact. Right. If there's a discharge of semen only, for example, possible. For example, this one young man, for example, he has wudu. He has wudu. He wants to pray Isha. Then after that, he sit down at one of the classroom of SUTD. Example. What I call it. Then after that, he sit down and he tafakkur and tafakkur and tafakkur and tafakkur. Tafakkur fi makhluqatillah. Tafakkur in the creation of Allah. But awakening state. Tafakkur. What's that? Then there's a discharge of semen. Okay. Then he still have wudu. But he needs to do the major bathing. Can he pray Isha after this? Cannot. He has to go to the handicap toilet. That's bidet there. Understand? Clear? And mana dia? What is the method to mandi wajib? Method to mandi wajib there are 2. Number 1, the most simplest one is that to make sure that the water flow throughout your body from the head to toe. That's number 1. Okay. For example, ladies, you have long hair. Ladies you have long hair. You know long hair yang ikat macam gitu. Braids. Braids. Oh, how to spell?
B-R-A-I-D-S.
B-R-A-I-D-S. Semua you tahu pasal perempuan B-R-A-I-D-S. Okay, rambut braids pun dia tahu. B-R-A-I-D-S. So that means after, for example, if you have finished your menses, you have to open that braids. You cannot wash, you cannot do your major bathing with that braids. You have to open up. Now, because the water have to flow the whole body. Understand? Anything that disallow water to seep into your skin also, you have to remove it. Yes?
I think I've seen a hadith of a Sahabiya complaining to Nabi Sallallahu
Wow.
how she always have to undo her braids after her husband approaches her.
And then
Then it was recommended that she don't need to undo her braids. Like there's a separate way to do major bathing after menstruation and after being approached by the husband.
no.
So both, regardless why she still have to undo her braids.
Allahu Alam, her braids is how. That's what. That's number 2. A person wears natural one. For example, natural. For example, they pay curly, semua natural. All natural. To undo it is very difficult because it's natural. Then it's okay. You know, some people have hair macam melekat, geli. Macam Maggi goreng. Geli. How you want to straight the hair? How you want to straighten the hair? Every time you want to mandi hadas, you have to straight the hair. Straight the hair. Understand? For that case, there's no need for you to straighten your hair. No need for you to straighten hair. But for example, if she's the one who does that braids, then when she wants to do the major bathing, she has to undo it. Unless if she has a way for the water to seep in through, then that is different. Yeah. Because the condition of doing the major bathing is you have to wash from head to toe. Then the second one, the way is nanti next lesson nanti inshallah, because it's the next topic. Is all in the course permissible between husband and wife? Now, anything is permissible between husband and wife except through the dubur. That's all. So to confirm, the 3 for men and women are discharge, insertion, death. For woman is head, nifas, giving birth. Betul? Yeah. Ada lagi tak? Is there anything that I left out? Not bathing, bathing. Not bathing. Major bathing. Now, yes. Okay, good. No. If it is difficult to find water, there are conditions to it. Number 1, if for example, if you are very sure within 1 kilometer there's water, you must go and find it. It depends on where you are. For example, you are at the center of the desert. Even you walk 4 kilometers, so you will not find water. Then you tayammum. There's no need for you to do the major bathing, not bathing. Understand? Major bathing. Now, time so. So it depends on they call it haddul ghawt, haddul group, haddul bu'd. This is called this is topic of tayammum. We will come to that topic inshallah. Whereby whether are you sure or whether you're 50-50. How far it is between you and the water. The distance where you can find water. So that's hard. For example, 150, for example, within 150 meters, north, east, south, west, you can find water. Then you cannot do the tayammum, you have to go and find water. But if you are sure 4 kilometers, you cannot find water, then you can do tayammum. Yeah. If I were liking for someone in uni, how do I approach her? However, I'm not in a position to get married soon. Don't approach her. Approach me first. Come to me first. Come study first. I'm not in a position to get married. You don't angan majnin first. Understand? You go and study first. Yeah? You go and close your eyes and go and look at your books only. I am though. Because it just adds diseases to your heart nanti. It makes you tired. It makes you worried. It makes you, a lot of problems. Understand? Later on, later on. Make dua. Then inshallah, if she's for you, she's for you. Understand? No need for you to think. What if you perform zina with person A? Is it better to get married person A or marry person B? Who is much better person in terms of akhlak? Marry A and B. Astagfirullahaladzim pula. Apa salah pula? Okay, baik. Now, is it better now? Whether is it better or not, it depends on whether you get better or not, first place. You yourself, whether you get better or not. If your akhlak also macam, not right, you just want to get the orang akhlak baik ke apa, the B person, then after get married also, she also become like you also nanti. Kasihan dia nanti. Understand? So the most important thing now, whether you get married to A or B, is you yourself go and get better first. You yourself go and make taubat first. And improve yourself first. Stop doing the things that is haram. And after that, Allah Azza wa Jalla will guide you whether you get married to A or B or C. Now, of course, if a person makes zina with A, then after that, she's pregnant, then he must take the responsibility, of course. Alhamdulillah, he must take responsibility. Cannot live like that. He cannot live a lady like that. Okay, right? Macam-macam zaman sekarang. How to put yourself in the best position to get khusyuk while doing salat? Now, first and for all, you have to empty your mind from everything other than Allah Azza wa Jalla. Perfect your wudu, put all distractions away, and know that you are standing in front of Allah, your Lord, who give you life, who take your life, who controls everything. And then do your salat, inshallah. And when you do salat, listen to what you are reciting, understand what you are reciting, and feel the greatness of Allah and feel the weakness of yourself. That's how it is. Are there any amalan ibadah practices to have control nafs? Now, of course. The way to control the nafs is to burden the nafs. To burden it. The way to burden the nafs is to burden it with ibadah to Allah. When you burden it, you torture it with ibadah to Allah, it will just bend down and look down. Like a donkey, you put heavy loads, he's unable to lift up his head. He just goes down. So you burden it. With zikr to Allah, with tahajjud, with learning majlis ilmu, like what you are doing, attending classes like this, and so on and so forth. That's how you control it. Understand? For example, today is Friday night. Alhamdulillah, you all are here learning. If you all today are not here learning, where you all will be? Where you all will be? Alhamdulillah, maybe you are in a better place, alhamdulillah. But sometimes shaitan may bring us to do things that are not beneficial. Am I right? Betul? So that's how you burden it. You burden it with goodness. Can I share my feeling with a girl I like first? But ta'aruf. Approach her when I'm in position to marry. Allah, you ni. I think dia banyak tengok cerita Hindustan hari ni. What do you think will be my answer? What do you think will be my answer? Of course, no. Of course, no. You think you just ta'aruf, then after that shaitan said, okay, full stop. No. After this, you go and do ibadah. Don't do anything else. You think shaitan will do that? Shaitan is telling you to do ta'aruf. Then after ta'aruf, then next step. Nanti dulu lah, later on lah. Later, sabar. Until one day you got married, then from morning until night, until tomorrow morning, until the end of your life. Then everything you are with the person. Until you do, until you want to stay far from her. Example. Clear? Due to medical condition, I have to eat a pill for a week to induce menses. I can decide when to eat the pill, okay? How do I make sure that I do eat in permitted way? As long as it doesn't affect your health, it is under doctor prescription, then it's okay. Understand? Because the menses is health. Kalau a woman has menses within the 28-day cycle, that means she's healthy. If she doesn't have menses, that means there's sickness. Okay? So if you induce menses, apa the menses, okay. As long as under the prescription of doctor. Can we cut ni before mandi hadas so that the water reaches the finger? No, can. Is the opinion of Imam Ghazali. Alhamdulillah. Opinion of Imam Ghazali, not to cut the fingernails after the major bathing, but Imam Nawawi and other scholars, they said that it's okay, even though you are in major bathing, major impurity, you can cut your fingernails. Another? Is it a lack of adab to listen to qasidah while doing something else? It's okay, tak ada apa-apa. For example, you are studying, you listen to qasidah, it's okay. What are some mistakes a person can do in their major bathing? When the water doesn't reach the whole body. Or for example, they make wudhu, then they do major bathing. Then after that, they touch their genitals with their hand. Then after that, they thought that they have wudhu after that. You don't have wudhu. Because while you are doing bathing, you have touched your genitals with your hand, your bare hand. Once you touch your genitals with your bare hand, that means your wudhu is nullified. Can I do zikir while doing the deeds with my wife? Siapa yang tanya? Siapa yang dah kahwin kat sini? Ini soalan apa? Soalan mengacau orang. You become ahli zikir, then you will know. You become ahli zikir, then you. Understand? You read salawat upon Nabi SAW 1,000 times. You read la ilaha illallah 1,000 times every day. After 40 days, you come back to me and you ask me. Now, then you understand. Is it permissible to mandi hadas by jumping to a swimming pool? Yes, permissible. But you have to make intention. You have to make intention. Or even you go to East Coast, not save water. Then where is it? In the case where you want to zina because your nuts are too strong, is it there was possibility that masturbation is no? No, it's really. In that case, then you recite la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, and do fasting. Masturbation doesn't cure that desire of not doing zina. A person who wants to make zina, after that, he doesn't make zina. He said, shaitan comes in and said, never mind, do the lesser evil. You see how shaitan, do the lesser evil. Do masturbation, don't do zina. For today only. Then after the masturbation, and after that, the next day or next 2 days, then comes the desire again. You think the desire will be cut off by doing that? By doing the masturbation? Wallahi, he will not. He will not. He will get stronger actually. The desire of doing zina will get stronger. Understand that. If there's any asatiza who teach, yes, can. Don't go and study with him. Because I know there are people who say like that. Can't. I know there are. Because why? They will use the concept of taking the lesser evil. One masturbation, one zina. I cannot control now. Which one? A or B? Get yourself out from A and B. Not doing A or B. Understand? Doesn't mean that you do A, that means you are saved from zina. Doesn't mean you do masturbation. You are saved from zina. No. It is not like that. It is the deception of shaitan. Shaitan have tricked you. Have fooled you 100%. Today, okay. I masturbation, do zina. 2 days, 3 days, 1 week. Look, Nandi. It gets worse and worse and worse. It gets worse. Look at what Imam Busiri said. وَالنَّفْسُ كَالطِّفْلِ إِن تُهْمِلْهُ شَبَّ عَلَى حُبِّ الرَّضَاءِ وَإِن تَفْتِهُ يَنْفَضِي. وَالنَّفْسُ, he said, nafs is like a baby. It's like a baby who likes to suckle the mother's milk. He gets addicted. You know, the baby, when they are with their mother, they get addicted on a baby, doesn't know anything. Baby automatic, when the baby you put at the mother, automatic, they will know. Who taught them? Who taught them? Do baby go for courses? For SUTD? To know how to suckle? No, right? Automatic. Right? And they get expert, you know, once they give birth, they know how to do it. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Allah put that knowledge. Subhanallah. Of course, Allah is the one who gives it. And automatic, anytime you put, they will have a drink, the mother's milk. That means they get addicted to it. They get addicted. But this addiction is, of course, not haram. This is the baby milk. The baby's food. But what is the age that you have to stop the baby from drinking the mother's milk? What is the age? What is the age that is mentioned in the Holy Quran? How old? You know, dekat SIT tak belajar ni. SMU, NUS belajar. 2 years old. 2 years old, you have to stop. Sir. But do you stop at 2 years old or do you stop before that? You stop before that. Before that. 1.5 years ke apa dah. Slowly, dah reduce. Because they start to eat solid food. Dah reduce. The nerves is like that. You have to stop it. And once you stop it, the addiction will go off. After 2 years old, you put the baby to the mother, she doesn't want it. The baby doesn't want it. Because you stop it really. You stop it really. The same thing in the nerves. If you stop it, then you are, mashallah, you are free, man. You are like a bird. Free. You can fly. Nikmat, your life nikmat. You don't think of zina, you don't think of masturbation, you're like nikmat. Your mind is so clean, your heart is so clean. Nikmat. But this one, you are stuck. Every time shaitan comes to you, zina, masturbation. Shaitan at your face and ketawa, pan bodoh kau ni. You know. If you can see shaitan is doing like that. You macam kena main boxing dengan shaitan. Hey, you are being fooled by me. 100% being fooled by me. Today you say you choose the lesser evil, tomorrow I'll bring you the most evil. Bit by bit. Like. So therefore, whatever is Allah SWT made haram, whether A or B, both don't take. Both don't take. Then once you stop that, mashallah, nikmat, your life will be full of blessings. How do we tell our bakal? Allah, ni bakal betul. If we are infertile, okay, good. This is good question. This is a big question. If a person is infertile, the person need to tell the bakal before they get married. For example, I'm so sorry to share. If, for example, the guy is getting married to the girl, the guy, dia apa tu? Angry Bird not working. So therefore, it is a must for the guy to inform the girl. It is a must. It is a must. Because why? It will be a zalim for the guy not to tell the girl. Zalim. Okay, what happened if they got married? And after that, the lady get to know that the Angry Bird or the pistol not working. Okay, then the lady can opt for, they call it fasakh. That means she can do the separation of marriage. Yes, can do. Because why? Because the purpose of marriage is that it is halal for the husband and wife to consume it. Now one of them is not able, and the wife doesn't know. But if let's say the husband, told the wife, and the wife says, okay, I love you for, not for that. I love you for everything else. For the world, for the war, Masya Allah. Kush hutahi kami, kushi kami gam. Tam belegam semua keluar. La ilaha illallah. Then it's okay. Then it's okay. Because the wife has give consent. Or the other way around, for example. I'm sorry, the other way around. The other way around. The lady is not able to consume, for example. For example, dekat rahimnya, minta maaf rahimnya, there's a growth. There's a growth whereby it will prevent from upper consummation. Then the guy doesn't know it. Then after marriage, the lady doesn't know. Then he can fasakh also. He can talak the wife. It is not it is not wrong. I don't understand. But if let's say there's consent, for example, some couple, for example, they are 70 years old, 80 years old, both are widow and widower. They just macam ada friend, macam nak friend gitu. They add friend kat Facebook. 70 years old, 80 years old, they get married. They get married not for the consuming, but they married because they want friends. Every day want to talk the nenek, talk bila talk sampai mati. So, but they don't do apa? But they don't do anything apa? Lepas tu apa? That was okay. Faham tu? Nah, that one is for the zina. No, the zina, there's no need to tell. No need to tell. Understand? For example, before you get married, your bakal said, next week we are going to be husband and wife. So we shouldn't keep anything between us. Understand? Then after that, the future husband said, actually last time I have 25x8. Oh. Then the girl on the side. And the girl said, actually I have one more than 26. Allah Akbar. Then what is going to happen? The marriage will not work out lah. What is past lah. You make taubat to Allah, is between you and Allah Azza wa Jalla. Why you go and tell everyone about it? The most important your future dah. Khalas dah. Whatever is past, Astaghfirullah Azim. I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to really make taubat to Allah Azza wa Jalla. I want to make taubat. Close the chapter. There's no need to tell apa-apa. No need. It's not shaitan. Nanti shaitan masuk. Oh, your ex. Then how many times you go out? And then this. Allah Akbar. Shaitan. You see how shaitan tricks people. Lagi berapa banyak? Macam tak habis saja. 18 question. Allah. Does discharge from woman nullify wudu? This one we have talked about it last month. If it comes from the Zahir Farj, it doesn't. But it comes inside it. If you feel like it comes inside and it is discharged, macam for example, like you feel that there's macam it comes out like urine comes out. You feel that inside it comes out. And then it nullify the wudu. But for example, it doesn't feel anything and when you check and there's discharge, they call it keputihan. It comes from the outside or a little bit outside, but not to go to the extent from inside you. Then it doesn't nullify the wudu. Because of some hormone changes, it doesn't nullify the wudu. If not, it's difficult. Every time you want to solat, you want to check, and how? For example, now Maghrib and Isha, you don't feel anything that comes out. Halas, mayang Isha, done. After Isha, you check, then after that, there's something that comes out. Now your Isha is already valid. Your Isha is ready. Don't have waswas. But if let's say, for example, you feel something comes out. Then of course, then it nullifies the wudu. Then you have to wash it up as well. But you don't feel anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't nullify it. Okay, right? What are the main steps of major? That's why we have talked about it. Main steps of major wedding. Then can you do zina with your eyes or words? Of course. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said there are people who make zina with their eyes. There are people who make zina with their ears. There are people who make zina with their words, their tongue. Of course. All these are, they call it muqaddimah to zina. All these are introduction to the next step. So therefore, that's why we told you the main thing is to cut off. to not to look. Yeah, if you control your eyes, alhamdulillah, nikmat from Allah. That's why your Muslim society ke whatever society, when you have meeting, you have to take care of your adab, of the etiquettes. Not that man and woman just mix together, sit in a circle, eye and eye contact like that. Shaitan will come. Understand? This is not Muslim society really. Ini dah jadi matai society. MS also matai society. Muslim society, men one side, ladies one side. If you need to talk to each other, then talk to each other. If not, any meeting together, eat together, all together. Ni apa Muslim society like that? Faham tu? The other areas should we pay attention with the highlights? No, all areas, all areas. But of course, inside the eyes, no need. Inside the eyes, no need. And also your lips also, you have to wash. Because some people, when they do things, nanti they do like that. No suka ketat bibir. When they take the shower, then this part they don't wash. Then what do you call it? You will not be ready. And so don't forget to take out your mask also. Jangan mandi pakai mask. Then the inside your face also you don't wash, then you will not be valid. Kelas habis. If you having relationship haram, if you having relationship, what about if the pair already have plans to get married? Is it okay to go out with each other? If you are the pair, okay? Is it still okay to go out with each other? MashaAllah. Barakallah. Allah yahdikum. Of course not okay. What are you talking about? Even you plan to get married also, you're not okay, of course. To go out together, of course not okay. But okay, for example, I have someone already. I have someone, but I don't talk to her, unless really necessary. Unless if let's say there's parents ke apa or brothers ke apa, then itu we have to be careful of that also. Not saying okay, but you have to be careful. Like for example, you want to get married and you have plans. You have to go and do the wedding apa they call it? Wedding apa? Planning juga apa ke whatever gedebak-gedebuk, then go lah. But not the two of you, then bring someone, your brother ke apa. Not brother, 4-year-old, 5-year-old brother. Kasih ice cream main jauh-jauh kakak ada projek. So of course you'll be your big brother ke apa. But if that's necessary. Understand? That one go out, okay. Or for example, the family coming to your house ke apa, with her ke apa, or with him. Lah bahasa itu okay. But not the two of you. Understand? So is it still okay to go out with each other and relationship? So have a relationship, but you really have to take care of it. There's no need for you to everyday message. Where are you now? Everything gonna report strength. What time go out? What time come back home? Dah makan belum? Dah tidur ke belum? Semua nak tahu, la ilaha illallah. Some relationship very intense. Everything, whatever the girlfriend, you must know. Or the other way around, Allah, possessive betul lah. Rimas. You don't need to rimas. Tak rimas eh? Why are you so like, why do you want to stuck yourself like that? Subhanallah. Saja tinggi-tinggi. Tapi bodoh. Okay, baik. Malas habis stop ya. Allah, 9 o'clock. Habis stop ya.